Find a parameterization curve for y equals x squared from x equals -3 to x equals 2. Okay, so we're going to start by saying t equals, so we're going to do this right here. We're going to let x equal t. That's our parametric equation for x. Now, the fact of the matter is you could do these different ways. So there are kind of a variety of solutions, but there's an obvious simple one, and that's just to let x equal t. So that means we're going to take t and plug it in place of x in this equation right there. So that means that y would equal t squared. Now we've got to figure out what our parameter is going to be exactly. So here's our set of equations. We just figured out x equals t and y equals t squared. That part is really easy. But now we have a starting and an ending point for x. So let's go ahead and plug that starting point in and find our starting point for t. And then we plug our ending point in for x and we find our ending point for t. So plug in to find start and end for t. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Plug in -3 in place of x, t equals -3. So -3 is less than or equal to t, which is less than or equal to, now let's plug our endpoint in, x is 2, so that means t equals 2. Ta-da! We've got parametric equations with the parameter, restriction, and everything. Do you want to see what this one would look like? The original equation is y equals x squared, so that would be a parabola at 0, 0. Just throw this in here. So we get, in the back of my mind, once in a while I think about, hey, your families are all listening to this. I wonder what, maybe, unless you're, I don't know, depending on where you are watching things and using headphones or whatever. Anyway, so there that is, but we are just doing from -3 to +2 x values. So that would just be from wherever x, so that would be to 9, right? So wherever 3, 9 is, we'll just call that 3, 9. And the reason it's 9 is because 3 squared is 9. And then it would follow our graph over to 2, which would go to +2, +4. And it would end there, and that would be its direction. But see how I just graphed the regular formula for that, and then I looked at my x restriction to figure out where it would start and end and what its orientation would be. Okay, next